What is up, investors? Jason here. So today we're going to talk about Biden's executive order that he's to sign on crypto regulations. We're going to talk about the Cardano FUD. It seems like there is always Cardano FUD out there, and there's also a lot of big news with Cardano that is currently going on, and it seems like a lot of that is overshadowed by FUD in the entire crypto market, and especially with Cardano right now. And we're going to talk about some other news just involved with the whole crypto market in general, do a little bit of discussion on the price of Bitcoin, and then go into our whole Cardano discussion. So as we get to it, if you guys don't mind, please do me a huge favor. Please be sure to smash the story annihilate, or just gently press that like button. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Helps spread the video to more people that might find it interesting, and subscribe to me also on other platforms as well, as I do post videos daily and on Spotify in video format as well. So let's get to it. Now, no surprise, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index has us sitting in extreme fear. Now, this all comes after, of course, Bitcoin having a really good fourth quarter of 2021, and then things become very bearish towards the end. And now, starting out the first quarter of 2022, we've been seeing Bitcoin hanging out at these prices between as low as around $32,000 and as high of around $46,000. That $46,000 price is a price that we've been really trying to work up to that resistance, but we haven't had any luck, and we've been falling through, and mostly hanging out between the prices of $38,000 and $42,000. These are our current main support and resistance for Bitcoin right now. And when we do go over that $42,000 price and work our way up to that $46,000 price, every time we've just been falling back through that $42,000 support, and then it becoming a new resistance point, falling to the $38,000 support. Now, Biden is expected to sign the new executive crypto bill on possibly Wednesday, come amid heightened concern about the use of cryptocurrencies by Russian elites to circumvent Western sanctions that have cut Russia off of the large portions of global economy, and moves by China and other economies to create their own cryptocurrencies. Biden's order will ask the Justice Department to look at whether a new law is needed to create a new currency, with the Treasury, Securities and Exchange Commission, Federal Trade Commission, Consumer Finance Protection Commission, and other agencies to study the impact on consumers. Now, we'll have to see how the crypto executive order really plays out, but in my honest opinion, I think that it probably is not going to be bad, because they're also taking recommendations on what to do with crypto from companies that deal with cryptocurrencies, like Coinbase and FTX. They're taking recommendations from them as well, and so many large corporations are now invested into crypto and Bitcoin and Ethereum mostly. So I think that the large intertwine of crypto and what's on the balance sheet of these large corporations, I think that whatever the government does, it could be something that can just create more security with crypto and make it something that could be more accepted as a better use case. As we're already seeing, Visa, MasterCard, and so many other companies, build more into crypto as well. So this could be good information in my honest opinion, but we'll have to see how it all does play out. Now let's hop on over to Cardano, where Cardano is currently sitting at around 80 cents. It's been holding a support of around 80 cents pretty well for a while. We've been seeing it kind of move between 80 cents and $1. That's kind of where it's hanging out right now. It needs to get over that resistance of $1. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to stay a little bit bearish temporarily, but I think that the price of Cardano is just way undervalued in my honest opinion, just because there's so much going for it in the long term. I know I talk about it all the time, but I mean, the main thing that makes me say that is because of the fact that a lot of the things that were really driving the price of Cardano up in the past, back in August on into September of 2021, where we had seen Cardano hit its all-time high when the smart contract capabilities with the Alonzo update had come out, and the Cardano Summit, talking about what was coming out at that time. All the things were still in the process of being built, though. These applications that we're looking forward to, these teams that are developing them, it takes time for that stuff to really come out. So a lot of the things that we've been waiting for are now coming out, and we're seeing a lot of big things actually happen, but we're not really seeing that relate much into the price because, well, there's a lot of other things going on in the world, and the price of Bitcoin has really, come down a lot. Where we were seeing those big bull runs with Bitcoin in October and on into November of 2021, we weren't seeing any sort of moves like that with Cardano. Things were kind of just moving downhill because Cardano had a really big bull run that had happened during that time in August of 2021, where the value of it really went up quite significantly. So things are just a lot more bearish now at this time because the process of getting these applications out, it has been slower than what many other people have been anticipating on. But I've said it many times, Rome wasn't built in a day, and these are just part of the process. It's just kind of the way that the development of everything on the Cardano ecosystem is coming into play right now. All right, now to some of the Cardano FUD that is out there. So this Twitter user here, Laura Shin, she's got a new book out or coming out. I don't really know the details about the book, and I'm not trying to promote that book, but she's trying to gather information, or she's been trying to gather information on Charles Hoskinson. Now, referring to the book, Charles Hoskinson had tweeted, "Great work of fiction, tough market to beat, George R.R. Martin and Tolkien, but we wish her well." Now, she comes back saying, "Hi, Charles. Speaking of fiction, do you want to address the discrepancies between your claims of dropping out of a PhD program and the school's assertion that you were enrolled as an undergrad?" Now, she's using these different tweets that Charles Hoskinson had made in the past, and in these tweets from dated back in like 2018, this one in particular here, he's saying, "I graduated, but I did not complete a PhD. I will return to finish after I retire." And you look at these tweets, and they're all kind of just saying the same thing. I graduated, but I did not complete a PhD. And she's using this as some sort of way of saying he dropped out of school. He says in this one that back in 2021, not a doctor, never finished a PhD. So he's never said he was a doctor. He's never said that he had a PhD or anything. Now, this piece here, though, I don't know where this came from. I don't know if this is something that is from her book, but it's talking about how in January of 2018, Cardano had a market cap that had peaked at $29 billion. That fall on Twitter, when asked about his degree, he claimed he had for years that he dropped out of a PhD program, Metropolitan State University of Denver, which doesn't have a graduate math program. Said he'd been enrolled part-time as a math major between 2006 and 2008, and again from 2012 to 2014. And the University of Colorado Boulder said he was a half-time undergraduate math major for 4 semesters from spring 2009 to fall 2011. He never earned a degree from either. So I don't know where this part came from, but if this is part of her book, then that just creates even more confusion, in my opinion, because if she's talking about his Twitter and things that he had posted and sharing that with this, no part of his tweets did he say anything about him dropping out of a PhD program. It just said that he graduated, but he never got his PhD. So I don't really understand where she's trying to come at with this. But anyways, we'll move on from this. So now to some more bullish news, though. The evolving Cardano ecosystem just has a new DEX out. Menswap, the DEX records nearly 350% increase in total value locked over 7 days. In the start of March, Menswap recorded $11.57 million in total value locked, staked in its liquidity bootstrapping event, through which it intends to use the market to determine the price of its MEN token. So there are 3 phases to this bootstrapping event: the discovery phase, which ended on March 4th, the encounter phase, which is currently still active until March 13th, and the settlement phase, which starts on March 13th. Now, for each 1 MEN, it equals 0.2518 ADA. And as far as the current total value locked is 50.36 million. And Menswap is just one of many parts that are evolving within the Cardano ecosystem. Now, there's still a lot of things that are in the ecosystem that are still not out. These are just a process of things that do take time to come out, because these are all separate teams that are developing things that need to be approved. And of course, we're dealing with Cardano's reputation, which Cardano really does care about their reputation, which is great. And so these are all things to look forward to in the future. But just more things to continue adding on with Cardano. Even though there's all this bearish news out there, there's still a lot of great things in the works and a lot of great things to continue looking forward to. There's nothing out there that is saying that Cardano is going away anytime soon. Cardano is doing nothing but evolving. Now, this is something I've been talking about for a while now, and that is at these lower prices, we're seeing a lot of Cardano whales come in and buy more ADA. Now, Cardano whales boost ADA stash by over 40% as on-chain activity hits extreme bullish levels. Cardano large players appear to be ranking in more ADA tokens. According to Into the Block data, Cardano addresses with over 100,000 ADA have skyrocketed by nearly 2,000. Now, according to the analytic firm Settlement, which has revealed that the balance held by addresses with 1 million to 10 million coins have reached a new high of 12 billion ADA. So we're seeing a large increase of whale buying coming in, and they're not selling more of it when it's at these lower prices. They're a lot more bullish on it, seeing that the price is very low, and they're seeing it like how I see it. They're seeing it as being undervalued. Now, of course, everybody sees it differently, and a lot of people have different risk tolerance, and that's all things to be respected, because there is definitely a big risk involved with investing, and especially at times that we're currently in. But it really says a lot, with how people are looking at Cardano, with the ecosystem evolving and with the lower prices, seeing a large amount of buying activity still coming in by whales definitely is something to be interested in. But I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions about everything with Cardano. What do you guys think about the FUD that is out there? And what do you guys think about the crypto bill? Do you guys see that as being something more bullish for crypto? Do you think this could really help create even more use cases for cryptocurrencies that are recognized by the government as time goes on? I'd like to hear your thoughts about all this. So with that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one, coming very soon.